It never starts with a melody. I wish I was that kind of composer that just like, had an epiphany. The muse fell on my shoulder and then I just like threw it down. Um, that does happen sometimes, but it's extremely rare. So this song came about just because I found a sample that I really liked. Where did I keep that? It would be uh, sorry. My landlord just called me. I'm that kind of threw me off for a second. So this okay, sorry. Um, this sample, I found this, and it's the sound of a acoustic guitar being played through a Leslie, and just like kind of playing around with it. I um, let's see if I can pull this up really quick. This I don't know if I could easily like override the automation, but there's basically two chords in this sample. Um, and I automated it such that it would play this. Let's see, let me skip ahead. So we're hanging out on this chord for a little bit, different vibes throughout the thing, and then we're going to the other chord over here, and that's the chord progression for this song. And I just kind of just tinkering around with it. I'm like, oh, cool, that's a nice little melody of like where, and with, like a chord progression came out of that, and there's all of this interesting timbral change as I move that start time over. And from there, I was like, oh, cool, maybe I should add this, like, this feels like a kind of minimalist dubby, especially with the echo um, composition. Maybe I should add some arpeggios because that's what you do when you're writing minimalist music. So uh, the way I have this set up is when I play the drum, it'll play, it'll go through the sequence as long as the MIDI note is active. So what I did is I used, in my dummy clip automation over here, I automated the note length so that it starts out as just one note and then two notes and then it unfolds into five. So we could watch that happen over here. And if I play somewhat near the downbeat, which I can't hear the click right now, but yeah, we're getting one note. Now we're getting two notes. Maybe I could even solo or get rid of that. Oh, that's the wrong chain. And then now we're starting to get the full sequence just by me playing periodically like that. And so that, that's like that's a whole vibe right there. And that's like 1 minute into the composition, just using that one sample with the two chords and going back and forth between them, and then adding the sequence unfolding right here. And then I found like a super dirty sample to just like juxtapose that niceness, and then that's like basically a song. So it's just a lot of exploration, a lot of tinkering, and then seeing what sticks. I record things a lot. I have a lot of ideas that don't sound any good, so that happens all the time. But it's okay. I mean, it can feel cool to play it, but that's why I record it, so I can go back and listen to it. I'm like, would I want to listen to this if I wasn't playing it? And if I say yes, then I keep digging. Like just figuring out how to make the sequencer do that in a way that felt cool. Like for instance, one thing I ran up against when I figured out how to sort of make it unfold like that, changing the note length, and then recorded it and listened back to it the next day. I'm like, wow, it sounds like I'm just jamming to a sequence. Like it doesn't translate at all. And that's fine, but it just felt like it was very stark to me. So one thing I figured out that I could do is it has a swing parameter. That's not it. Where is it? Where's the swing? Here it is. The swing parameter here. And I realized that I could modulate that, like the swing amount. Let's see if I was a good programmer and labeled that. Oh no. Oh yeah, I did. Velocity to swing. Great. So I believe I'm using the whole like velocity from the entire kit to determine the amount of swing. And it's just a tiny bit, like 11%, which gives it a little bit of a feeling that interacts with my drumming. And to me, that made the difference. I'm like, cool, I feel really good about this. It feels compelling to me now. So, uh, yeah, I guess just if you want to compose music in whatever way that you want to do it, you just have to keep trucking.